Fellow is a meeting management platform that focuses on driving efficiency and productivity throughout the entire meeting lifecycle. So what that means is we focus not only on the meeting itself, but we actually focus on the before a meeting, during a meeting, and after a meeting aspects. Today, we'll be going over certain features that help target each of those different functionalities, and we'll show you how to best optimize Fellow for your meetings to be the most efficient and effective. Fellow integrates directly with your calendar, which means that any meeting that gets put onto your calendar or that you put onto your calendar is going to automatically pulled into Fellow, where you're going to be able to manage it from one centralized place. By clicking here on your left, you'll be able to see your meetings of the day, and you'll be able to click into any meeting to see any details around that. For example, if I click into this daily stand-up that I have right here, I'm able to see the meeting of today and any details around this meeting. What Fellow does really effectively is that if you have any reoccurring meetings in your calendar, Fellow is going to take that reoccurring meeting and centralize it in one place for you to be able to manage it. And we call this a series. So what we do is you're able to see your meeting of the day. And of course, I can scroll down and see the details. But what I can also do is scroll down and see all past notes from all past meetings relating to this daily stand-up. For example, July 12th was the last meeting, July 11th before that, and etc. So since we have this reoccurring meeting, or what we call here Fellow a series, we also give you series settings. So to access the series settings and set your reoccurring meeting up for success, you're going to click this lightning bolt here at the top right, and you'll gain access to these series settings. So within these series settings, these are some of the features that can help target the before a meeting aspect that we previously discussed. The first thing you can actually do is set up a template to be automatically applied to this reoccurring meeting. Simply click into the template tab here on the left and click Browse Templates. You'll then gain access to over 500 different template agendas that you can use as is or customize fully for your needs. Simply go ahead and click the preview button associated with any sort of agenda, select or copy to your templates if you want to edit and customize. Once that's been set up, then you can go ahead and click into the automations, and you can set up different automations to target different meeting habits that you're looking to try to improve within your meeting. When we focus on the before a meeting, specific automations that work really well is the no agenda reminder and cancellation, and the pre-meeting reminder. So what the no agenda reminder and cancellation does is if you can click the configure button, you can set it up so that what it'll do is it'll check the agenda however many minutes before. And if nobody's contributed to the agenda, you can send a reminder to either the meeting organizer or all participants suggesting the meeting be canceled. Or you can do the more radical approach, which it will actually cancel the meeting automatically if nobody's contributed to the agenda and send that cancellation notice to either the meeting organizer or all participants. This is a really great automation that help target that meeting culture of always contributing to agenda or cutting down on inefficient meetings within your day. The pre-meeting reminder option actually drives better preparedness and collaboration because if you click the configure button and you add a reminder, you can send out a copy of the agenda however many minutes before the meeting starts, and you can send the reminder by either email, Slack, or MS Teams, whatever tool you are actually doing. Those attendees can then review the agenda and add any sort of talking points directly from that respective tool that they received it from to instantly drive better preparedness and collaboration. Now that we set up that template to bring structure and organization, as well as use some of those automations to target those different meeting habits before a meeting starts, now it's time to actually run the meeting. So let's actually jump into a meeting that's happening right now. So as you can see, this meeting currently shows that there's 14 minutes left in this meeting. And this section right here allows for me to add any sort of note into this meeting. Fellow is a collaborative platform by nature. So what that means is anybody who's an attendee on the meeting has the company's domain email and has Fellow will be able to see this agenda, collaborate, and be assigned out talking points and action items. Fellow also has a really great feature called our AI Copilot, which allows for you to bring in an AI into any sort of meeting and get a recording, summary, and a transcript. If you are in this meeting right here, you can click the start recording button and it will then be brought in. We also have a separate video that highlights how you can automate that, as well as some other cool features that it does do. Now, when it comes to actually running the meeting, we have talking points and we have action items. So talking points are the circles. To create a talking point, you simply do a circular bracket open close, and that'll create a talking point, or you choose a talking point from this drop-down menu right here. You can, of course, set up any sort of talking point. So discuss new hires. And once you actually discuss that talking point, you can check it off and mark it as complete. For an action item, very similar of how you create an action item, in which you can do a square bracket open close, and that'll create an action item, or you can do the drop down and choose an action item down below right here. Now with this is a task, so you can actually assign this out to anybody that is an attendee on the meeting and give them a due date. Simply click into the little logo here on your right, and you'll be able to see all of your attendees, and you can use the little clock beside it to assign them a specific date. Once, of course, they complete that action item, they can go ahead and check this off. There is a separate video of how we actually integrate into some other project management tools that you can view as well. Now that you've gone ahead and completed your discussion and you've had your meeting with all of these different topics covered, now you're going to want to set up some automations to help target the after meeting. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into this lightning bolt right here, and you're now going to set up the automations that we didn't discuss before, which is the post-meeting notes, which automatically sends out a full recap to any of those attendees after the meeting is complete. This is a really great feature to drive forward that accountability and alignment on what was discussed and what needs to be completed before the next meeting finishes. As you can see, we also do allow for you to actually send out a post-meeting note and include the AI summary if you do use our Copilot when it comes to this video conferencing meeting. A great feature of Fellow that focuses on the after meeting aspect is the carry forward. If you click to this tab, you can set it up so that any incomplete talking points and action items that you didn't check off during the meeting can be automatically brought forward to the next meeting in the series. You can set it up by clicking this drop down right here and setting up as always or setting up as ask me. By doing this, you no longer have to worry about manually copying and pasting any sort of information that still needs to be discussed, as well as you can ensure that nothing will fall through the cracks because it'll automatically be pushed forward to the next meeting in the series. And that is the general overview of Fellow, all about driving efficiency and productivity throughout the entire meeting lifecycle and focusing on the before, during, and after.